Welcome to the MC3 Executive Podcast. In this episode, we're exploring the Behavioural Drift Toolkit. Behavioural drift is one of the earliest signs that something is changing inside an organization. And it's often one of the easiest signals to miss. Drift rarely arrives with a warning. It doesn't announce itself through major failures, visible conflict, or dramatic mistakes. Instead, it appears quietly. A team that once communicated openly becomes a little quieter. A region that normally escalates quickly starts to hesitate. A project that usually moves smoothly begins collecting small delays. Nothing appears seriously wrong. Yet something feels different. This is behavioral drift. And understanding it is one of the most valuable skills a leader can develop. The purpose of the Behavioral Drift Toolkit is not to correct behavior. It is to understand the emotional logic behind it. Because drift is rarely random. It is usually a response to something that has changed. Perhaps tone has shifted. Perhaps urgency has been interpreted differently. Perhaps confidence has weakened. Perhaps expectations are unclear. Or perhaps people are simply operating from different assumptions. Drift is information. Emotional information. Many leaders make the mistake of treating drift as a performance problem. They assume people have become resistant, disengaged, unmotivated. But behavioral drift is often telling a different story. It is signaling that something in the emotional architecture has changed. And one of the earliest indicators is hesitation. Hesitation often appears before any visible problem. People pause longer before responding. They seek more clarification than usual. They delay decisions they would normally make confidently. These moments may seem small, but they are often the first signs that clarity has faded. One leader described it perfectly. I realized I could predict organizational outcomes from the quality of our hesitations. That's because hesitation is often drift's first shadow. The challenge is that drift is subtle. It rarely shows up in reports. It rarely appears in metrics. Instead, it reveals itself through rhythm, through pace, through tone, through mood. A team asks more questions than usual. Written communication becomes less direct. Escalations arrive earlier than expected, or later than expected. Urgency suddenly feels heavier, or less important. Each signal may seem insignificant on its own. Together, they reveal movement beneath the surface. This is where emotionally intelligent leadership becomes important. The goal is not to react immediately. The goal is to become curious. In fact, correction is often the wrong response. When leaders rush to fix behavioral drift, they frequently miss the real issue. Because drift is not usually a behavior problem. It is a meaning problem. The most effective response is curiosity. A simple question such as, "How is this landing where you are?" can uncover an extraordinary amount of information. People begin explaining what they assumed, what they misunderstood, what felt unclear, what felt heavier than intended, what changed. And suddenly the issue becomes visible. Not as behavior, but as interpretation. One executive noticed that her team had become unusually cautious. Instead of criticizing the slower pace, she asked, "What are you experiencing here?" The answer surprised her. A small change in tone from senior leadership had created the impression that risk levels had increased. The team slowed down to avoid mistakes. The issue was emotional, not operational. Once the meaning was clarified, the drift disappeared. This is the essence of drift work. You restore meaning, not motivation. One of the most useful tools in the toolkit is the drift repair conversation. A drift repair conversation is calm, curious, and non-defensive. It sounds like, "I'm sensing a shift. Talk me through what's happening on your side." Or, "Something in our rhythm feels different. Let's explore it." Or, "This isn't corrective. I'm trying to understand the movement I'm seeing. Notice the difference. There is no blame. No judgment. No accusation. The goal is understanding. When people feel safe, they explain what has changed. And when understanding returns, alignment often follows quickly. Every organization also develops its own emotional signature. Some organizations drift through silence. Others drift through over-escalation. Some drift through caution. Others through excessive speed. The more familiar leaders become with their organization's emotional patterns, the easier drift becomes to recognize. The most effective leaders do not wait for problems to appear in performance metrics. They notice them in atmosphere, in rhythm, in pace, in mood. One CFO described this shift beautifully. I stopped managing actions. I started managing atmosphere. That is the difference between reactive leadership and preventative leadership. Behavioral drift is not a threat. It is an early warning system. It provides valuable information while the stakes are still low. It gives leaders an opportunity to recalibrate before confusion becomes conflict. Before hesitation becomes delay. Before uncertainty becomes crisis. And before misalignment becomes expensive. Consider this example. One region slows down. Another begins over-reporting. A third waits for additional clarification before acting. At first glance, these behaviors appear unrelated. But a closer examination reveals a common cause. The leadership tone landed heavier than intended. Urgency was interpreted as danger rather than priority. Teams became concerned about making mistakes. The correction was simple. Leaders clarified the emotional intent. Steady, not critical. Within 24 hours, interpretations realigned and behavior returned to normal. The problem was never performance. It was meaning. This week, pay attention to the subtle signals around you. Notice hesitation. Notice shifts in pace. Notice changes in tone and rhythm. And instead of asking, "What is wrong with the behavior?" ask, "What is the behavior trying to tell me?" Because behavioral drift is not noise. It is information. And leaders who learn to read it gain one of the most powerful early warning systems available. Thank you for listening to the MC3 Executive Podcast.